Hi there, this is Kathy Crow at the Crow Cottage. It is a beautiful day today. Wind's gone finally, that was nice. We had a ton of wind over the weekend and things are crazy all over, so I hope you are safe. Just praying for you, if I know you. If I don't, I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to pray for you. This is a good time for everybody to be praying. It's always a good time to be praying. But when we see that the world is nuts, it reminds everyone that we need to do that. So anyhow, on to my share. So if you share, hi Marty, it's good to see you. If you share my video, then I enter you in my little drawing. And last week I drew, hi Diana, it's nice to see you. Make sure you share, write shared when you share so that I know to enter you in the drawing. Otherwise, you don't get entered in. And then you will have a chance to win a $5 gift card to Stampin' Up! If you can collect them. Oh, Marty, you're back home in Virginia. Yeah. This is a time you don't want to be away from home, huh? It's not a, it's, you don't know until you get home to see what's really going on. Thankfully, our town is very calm and dignified. Obviously protesting going on, but very dignified and united. I don't think any of us feel differently about why the peaceful protests are going on. We are all in agreement that the law needs to be fair and clearly not harming people. So when that, anyway. So at any rate, and we are just blessed, and I think all of us are that do this. We are blessed to live in communities where our police officers have strict to the highest standards in protecting everyone's safety in the community. Everyone's. We actually live right next door to an African-American family, have forever. In fact, I had their kids in school on the playground, and so I have seen injustice done in many cases, and we stand against it strongly. So most of us know that. So hopefully this will go back to a more calm time when people are using the laws that we have to address their grievances. All right, so we're done with that. I'm not bringing that up again today. Last week I did... boy, I can't even remember what I did, but it was Memorial Day weekend, so we didn't have a whole lot of people. So you've got a really good chance. I don't think Marty or Diana, neither one of you were here, so it's not going to be you. Let's see who it is, though. All right, so we have Jewel. Well, congratulations. Jewel will be really excited to hear about that because Jewel, she said her bike was missing, and it made me think about, oh, Linda, you are here. Awesome. You were in there, but Jewel won. All right. So I am going to keep chatting while I put this down. I guess really quick, I do want to just say to anybody who is watching, who's not already part of a Stampin' team, join our team. We are an awesome, fun little group. In fact, tomorrow we are going to get together and do foil. We're going to practice with foil. And that's one of the things we do on our team is that we practice techniques together and for free. And that's something that I just feel strongly about, that it's important to be able to get together and I make a ton of cards, so it's better for me to buy stuff and waste my money than for you to. People who join my team are contributing to me, so I'm happy to do that. And today, though, what I'm going to do, the reason I'm bringing that up is because this is a great time to join a team. The Stampin' Up! Has a really good offer on right now where you get a free bundle. Oh man, what a sweet deal. So that's on top of the normal $125 kit for $99, free shipping, free paper pumpkin, all kinds of fun stuff. But on top of that, they've offered a free bundle to those who join right now. So just for 1 month, you have to join during the month of June. So today I am doing the Summer Days. Now this is a host only set. If you wanted it, you would have to join. Like today. In a couple of days, if you have a party that's $150 or more, you can get it as the hostess set. I really like it. It's cute. And I think you'll like what we're doing with it. So I'm going to put my camera down and see if I can get myself up onto the computer so I can see what I'm doing, and you can look at our project today. It's so funny when I'm over here on Facebook because and my arm is reaching through here because I'm trying to get something other than just my desktop on here. It's last week I was watching it and really trying to get quick when I go live and it finally hits my page that it's live, which is you know, several seconds delay. I don't know how many, but several. And then like now I've just gone to my page. I was on my page. I'm going to have to go back away from it, back in again to it, and we'll see if I'm there. It's just, it's a very, if it wasn't my page, I would be able to find me easier, but I believe because I'm me, it doesn't like to show me. It's really strange. I don't know. I'm sure there are many things about it that I don't understand, and I really am not that concerned about it. It's like whatever. But I can't see your comments, so I do have to be able to. It's taking me a while because it's being very recalcitrant. I think that's a word. It's not a word I use very often, but I think it's a word. It's not cooperating with me. There we are, finally. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Okay, there I am. Let me get my sound off so that I can function properly here. And I see your comments now. Awesome. All right, and then I can see too, oops, whether my light's adequate or not. All right, so summer days. Now this does not have any sentiments in this set, but I love it. So I'm gonna use Itty Bitty Greetings with it. I really like it because there's a little apple in it, so you can make them apple trees, and I haven't used the apple yet, but I love the little running dog and the bunny and the little kitty, and I'm a sucker for kite flying because as my kids will attest to, I really like to do kites, and we never had a lot of kites, but I would buy one nice kite at Costco, you know, every few years, and once in a great while, we didn't go out very often, but once in a while we would go out. And today I'm going to do a variation on an Easel gate card. So I've got this funky little tie on the side, and you're gonna open that up, and there's your gate card, and I see my washi tape kind of, I don't know why it did that. That's just from the opening and closing, apparently. So washi tape might not be the smartest thing there, but then you can just set your little card up there. Isn't that cute? And it would stay if it was flat. So anyhow, this is what we are doing today, and I think that's going to work out. Now, I'm not going to fuss with my bow too much here because that ribbon I'm not even using in my project today. It is a ribbon that probably is retired. I only had a tiny bit of it left. So I'm also going to use this Stitched So Sweetly, these dies, just a few of those. I did not get out, but it's right here. Where are you? The Ornate Layers dies. That's what we're using for this. And then I also, let me see, I believe I'm going to need to die cut this on the side here as we go. But it looks like I'm gonna have to die cut this one too. I thought I had done it already. I think I meant to and then just didn't do it. So we're gonna see the whole thing apparently, but that's okay. You'll live with it, I suppose. I've got my little sample gatefold card here to remind me of my measurements. So all you're doing is you're taking a simple 8.5 by 11-inch piece of paper. Okay, and we're going to check my dimensions again. I'm going to cut in 2 1/8 inch on both sides of this. So we've got the 8.5 side up. And I'm gonna go 2 1/8. Now I'm doing a, this is a folded in half. The 11 is folded in half. So of course this part, I need a crease here at 5 1/2. So I guess I better do that crease first. If I do that crease first, then I can see where I'm cutting to. So I'm gonna score it with my scoring tool at 5 1/2. And now I can come in with my cutting blade right on that score line. Let me get it at 2 1/8. Okay, and then I can use my little cutting tool, the line right there on my score line, and cut that up. And then I'm gonna flip it over and do another 2 1/8 on this side. Okay, 2 1/8. And I'll just bring it on down to my fold line. And then I can just take my fold line and line my fold line right up in my tray. And I kind of didn't get the very corner there. It looks like I might need my scissors to finish that one out. I kind of prefer to err on that side of not getting into that whole little corner. Sometimes if I get too carried away, it snips a little too much, and you don't necessarily want it to be snipped too much right there. All right, let me get my light better. All right, so now we've got this fold. Now to do the little easel part, we're gonna do this fold, and that is 2 1/2 inches from this end. So we're gonna go 2 1/2. I guess it wouldn't matter either from the fold or from the end, but we'll do it from this end, 2 1/2 score. And then I want to score my arms also. So I'm gonna just line it up where the edge of my card is, and we will score. Now, when I score it, I'm gonna score it right against this, which means because it's folding, it's gonna fold over this flap. The middle isn't going to come to the very center. There's gonna be a tiny, tiny gap. If you wanted it to be a real gatefold where it closed and you weren't gonna have anything over it, like on ours, I am putting this piece over it so that I can slide my ribbon and whatnot in. But if you didn't have this piece coming out over the top, you would want to hide this tiny little gap you would see, you know, with anything. Or you would need to make this arm just a teeny bit shorter, and then, you know, there would be some room to you know, do a 1/8 over fold. Anyway, I'm not doing that. Not too concerned about that, so I'm gonna just come along and do my score line right on the side of where my flap is. So those will be my little gatefold. All right, so now this card is folded and ready to be assembled. I'm going to just set it aside. Oops. Make sure that's closing. There. Okay. So now you can see what I was talking about with the gap. Okay, it leaves a little gap. You have to account for your little gap if you're doing an easel card, a gate easel card like this. All right, let me put that's my little handy dandy template. I keep those in my little file folder, and with instructions if needed. So most things don't really need instructions, but if they do, then I put little instructions and put them in a little sleeve and keep that ready to pull out. Now I'm going to use several things. I've been playing with all of our new embossing folders. So our catalog goes live on June 3. Isn't that right, ladies? I think it's June 3. And we have some new embossing folders. So this Tasteful Textile one is really pretty. You're going to like it. I did a gold one, so maybe you could see how it looks. I love it. It's a really good one. It's very linen-y, I think. I think it reminds me of my I have a linen background stamp that I bought more than 20 years ago, I'm sure. And So anyway, there's that. And then there's this greenery leaves, which is a half one. And now that I've gotten used to it, I'm happy with it. You do, if you emboss with this one on a full piece of paper, you might get a line there. Depends on how much pressure your machine has. If it has a lot of pressure, you might get this little line. I don't always when I do it. I do really like the leaves. It just means you're going to end up needing to emboss again to get more of this design on a whole sheet, or you are going to just use this little partial piece. Okay, so I've done a whole bunch with my scraps with both of those, that leaf one and these lines, these little greenery lines. They're really nice. And this is our Just Jade. So that's a new color that's coming out. And then these are the new embossing folders. And I thought you might enjoy looking at those with me. And then this, I love this old world paper. I keep calling it stone because in my mind it looks like a rock wall, and it could be worked for that, but it's actually called old world paper. Okay, now let me get all of my scraps that I was playing with there off of my pile of stuff that I'm actually working on today. So I've already cut, it looks like. Those are laying up there. Why are those laying up there? I don't think... I know I already cut my DSP. I used some retiring DSP, so if you like it a lot, you're gonna have to buy it today. This is Garden Lane, although they probably will have some laying around for a while. I just wanted to make, I'm gonna put these on my little arms here. So let me put my cutting board, tuck that in down there and give me a little bit more room. I hope Jewel finds her bike. She said last week when she was watching, she said that her bike had disappeared. And at the time when she said that, I wasn't, she watched my video after the fact. So I didn't see that until today. Got a little glue there. And if I had even seen it last week, I probably wouldn't have thought too much about it. But over the weekend... my neighbor came up to me and said, you know, just letting you know, be careful about stuff being left out, because there was a guy who came right up. She said, I was in the house, and she was looking out her window. She said she was taking care of her niece. So she was looking out her window at the right moment. This was a providential God thing. Looking out at the right moment, and she saw him taking her bike, and she said it's an irreplaceable bike. It was one that was her grandfather's bike, and I don't know if anybody would consider it a valuable antique. It probably isn't, you know. There's a lot of bicycles out there, but boy, I wouldn't know. She said it didn't have a bicycle seat or anything, but she was keeping it on the side of her house because her husband was going to fix it up for her to ride around, because she sees me riding around on my bike all the time. And she one day stopped me and said, can I ride with you? If I get my bike fixed up, she's going to get, because she said it's a cruiser also. So she wanted to get her bike in working order. So it was just laying up against the side of her house. So see, I did my DSP just a tiny bit bigger to bridge my gap here. And you could just do that as well. I didn't with this one because it's really totally unnecessary since it's all covered anyway, but I figured, wow, I might as well. All right, now with this one, I am going to have to cut it because I want to make sure my little easel can easily bend here, right? So what we're going to do is take this piece of paper and we want to cut it. Better get my little trimmer out to do this part. We're going to cut this one 2 1/2 because that's how far I believe we went in. Boy, I hope I'm accurate. Oops, it moved on me, didn't it? Okay, so yes, that's too short, but we're gonna live with it because I think it's exactly the right length. Yes, it is. So look what I did there. That was foolish. I should have measured it. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and cut off. Oh, I'm gonna guess about, well, let's do it this way. We'll start with just a little bit here. This, I'm not as good with this cutter as my big one. I don't use it all that often, actually. Okay, so I'm ending up with a much shorter piece than I wanted. Why am I don't know. I should have measured. All of these are. Oh my goodness. You know what? I am such a nut. I can't stand that. So let me see if I have Garden Lane. Do I have any more of you? Yes, I do. Wonderful. All right, we're going to have to get out the whole cutter to do this. Then, all right. So I better check my measurements this time. All right, so we have 4 1/4. That's what I thought. Okay, so 4 1/4. So we'll start with that, and it is 2 1/2. I must have done like 2 1/4 or something accidentally. So 4 1/4. Rid of that extra piece, and 2 1/2. It must have been using that other trimmer. I'm just not comfortable with it apparently. And then this part needs to be 3 inches. All right. All right, 3 inches, there you go. All right, we'll glue that on there. So anyway, this girl, when she said, so watch out for this guy. She told me kind of what he looked like. She said, the police are coming over. And because I went out and I confronted him. I thought, and this girl, she's like, I don't know. She barely looked 20 to me. She's probably like 30, but everyone looks like my child now. So, anyway, I was thinking, you better be careful confronting people, but she did. She said, I went out there and the guy next door to her came out to make sure everything was okay. And now that's looking just a little long, so I am gonna need to trim that a bit because I do want my fold to fold nicely there, and it's pretty close, but I'm thinking it's just hanging over the edge just a tad. So let's trim that off, not cut my fold. So she said, I confronted him, and she said, he told me his name, he told me where he lived, she told me his address. I immediately forgot it. And I was like, I don't want this information. This is too much information for me. And she said, he said that it was his nephew's bike, but it was my bike. So anyway, that's what I was thinking of when I read today that Jewel's bike was missing. I hope it is not stolen. So I went out and made sure our shed door was locked and all. I leave it unlocked a lot, and we have tools in there. That's all we'd have in there that would be of interest to anyone. All right, so now we have that done. Let's do this little centerpiece. Now I took I wanted a really big one, to cover this, to cover most of this. And none of our stitch circles, just not quite this large. So I went and got my, this is from our beautiful baubles set that we had, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. And so that was a Christmas ornament set, and this is a die in that one, and this is the die in that one as well. So we're going to stamp on this and use this as a little frame. Isn't it cute? I really like the size of that. So if you are looking for something that's large, beautiful baubles will do as a large one. We do have another one. I actually was looking for when I first started, where did I put it? Oh, no, I probably, no, there. When I first started hunting for a big one, I was trying to find my stitched season dies because I thought that one's actually the larger one. And I think I would have liked that one better on there. But I couldn't find it. It was right where I thought it was, but for some reason my eyes weren't finding it. So we're going to do this instead. All right, so what we want to do is we want to do our trees. But this tree line has a road in it, and we don't really want to have a road necessarily going here. So we're gonna do, let's see, how am I doing? When I ink it, I am going to just ink here and here and not ink this centerpiece very well, or very much. You're gonna see what I'm talking about here in a moment. When I do it, and we'll see if it works out. Hopefully it will. If I got my Stamparatus out, I could probably make this a little more functional, but I'm gonna just wing it. So when I get my ink, this is just black, I'm just gonna be looking to see where you are. I kind of don't really even want all of the leaves in there because I want my kite to kind of show. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And then I'll just use my little Simply Chamois to wipe off just a little bit, like where that road is particularly. Okay. Hopefully that will do. Now, I want to make sure that's not, I don't want to mess this up because I don't want to have to cut another, I'd have to go find my beautiful Baubles die. I think I put it away already. All right, so we'll go ahead and give it a go. We'll see if it works. I want to make sure I want the rounded part on the top on this one. And my, they're very good. Now you can see some impression there, but that's not gonna matter. It's not enough to make any difference. Because I can use my pen to kind of clean it up in a sense. All right, so now we're gonna put the little boy in there. He's so cute. Just stick him on here. And where do we want you, little guy? Kind of like right there. Oh, my kite. Now this is why I have my kite sticking up over my frame, out of my frame, because I did the same thing. I got my kite in the wrong place. I actually wanted my kite right here. But the frame is going to have to cover that. And it's not. Oh my goodness, now what am I going to do? Well, I am going to do the same thing anyway. I'm gonna just cut out a separate kite and stick it right on there. And it can look kind of like I wanted it to, but now I'm gonna need to come in and stamp where I didn't intend to because my trees are not, maybe I should have done the boy first. That probably would have been smarter. Should we do it and try it again? Let's. All right, this time we're gonna try doing it with the boy first and see if that makes a difference. All right, I'll look and see if you guys have any comments. Do you have any suggestions? All right, so we'll put our boy kind of where we want him. Let me look at my frame because I do kind of want my kite to stick up out of my frame. Oh, I didn't get my curve at the top where I wanted it. There's so many little things that I have little issues about, don't I? That are absolutely unimportant little things. All right, now we'll get the trees going. Now let's see, where are we gonna put you? All right, about where I thought it was going to be. So let's see if it'll go. I have a bunch of memento pads, and some of them are drier like this one, and some of them are, most of them are super wet though. So initially when I start this, I'm always like super hesitant about where I'm, or how hard I'm pushing on that. Okay. All right, now let's see if we can get it going right. Okay, I'm trying it. Well, it's better, much better, in fact. I think I'm gonna like that. That's gonna be good. All right, now we can do the little animals. This is the fun part for me. I like the little animals. They're so cute. So we've got this cute little kitty. This is a pretty good sized cat. If you had this cat, it's a big one. It's a lot larger than the boy in proportion. So the cat has to go pretty far up the path. Now, if I wanted to, I could put the little running dog, but he's going on the front, so we're gonna just live with this as is, okay? I kind of like the little butterflies. You know how butterflies flutter around, sometimes close to the ground? Sometimes cats are curious about things like that, so I thought, well, let's put a couple of little cute, maybe the cat is stopping in the path right there because it's looking at those butterflies. All right, so now that that part is done, let's do the sky really quick. Well, actually, let's not do the sky really quick. Let's just do the inks here. All right, so I started with a whole bunch of different greens. Let me wipe my fingers off. I've got glue on them still. Well, let's see. Oh, anyway, so back to that story about the guy. The police, when they came, they said they know exactly who that guy is. Other neighbors had complained about him, and this is Granny Apple Green, and I'm just gonna really quickly kind of go. If I go over my bows on the kite, big deal. I'm not worried about that because I'm using a darker color there, so it'll be fine. And, they knew who he was. He's a guy that, I'm sure has all kinds of issues all the time with the police. Anyway, she said that he had a bike seat with him. Now, isn't that interesting? So he'd obviously been by several times, I'm sure, scoping it out. Just so bizarre. So this is light Granny Apple Green. And again, we'll just kind of go over it really kind of quickly here and there. Yeah, let's do it up there too. Okay, I'm trying not to make this last too long for you. Now this is dark mint macaron. And I just want to, oh, I forgot I need to get the grass down here. Don't really want it all mint macaron, so let's get some of that Granny Apple Green in there. Okay. I was wondering if he was just trying to get himself in prison, is he trying to get caught? That's why he gave her his name and address. I mean, so strange. The world right now is nuts. So back to mint macaron. So I'm just gonna it's darker, so I can give a little bit of an effect of shadow here under these objects with mint macaron, and just giving the tree a little bit of dimension here. And you can see I literally am scribbling, ladies. I'm scribbling, okay? I don't know about you, but I like to color, and if I was doing this on my own, I'd be much more careful, but not significant. This is light, the light mint macaron. That's too light. I don't know if it's because it's running out or what, but I also got my soft sea foam out, and I think I'm going to take the dark one. Okay, we'll take the dark one, and we're just going to use it as a blending pen, more or less, to blend all those different greens. So seafoam, mint macaron, shaded spruce, tranquil tide, pretty peacock. Those are all the blue greens, and they blend each other really nicely. But in this DSP, we've got our olive greens and our blue greens. So you can use either thing to blend them, really. Down here, I'm gonna, this is too light, as you can see. It's not working. So we'll go ahead and get out a little bit of my Granny Apple Green. So Granny Apple Green, Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz. What else am I leaving out? There's, those are the yellow greens. Normally you wouldn't be mixing these guys up quite so much. But I found they do really blend together pretty well. You know, the mint macaron can kind of work as a shadowy effect. All right, mint macaron, that's the dark one. Where's my seafoam? Is this it? Oh, Pool Party. Pool Party's actually, I think of it as a blue, but it could be kind of a green too. Hey, Freddie, it's nice to see you. We've missed you. You've been busy lately. So my neighbor is going to ride her bike with me. By riding around the neighborhood, I think I've picked up several friends. They always say they're going to ride with me, but they never actually do. All right, we are done with that. It's a little more, as you can see, I was more careful when I did it here. I don't know what I did different, but I did something different. So I'm taking my soft saffron and gonna make it yellow here in between, because I don't want to mess with blue in those little crevices, because I'm sponging that part actually. Oh, while we're here, we'll color the cat So Saffron. This is the light So Saffron. He's kind of green. And I'm going to take our bronze and just do lines on the trees, on these front ones. And then the back ones, they're just getting, and I'm sticking in a tree there that would have been there if I had actually stamped that whole image across. All right, that's the lines. We're going to give him a bronze shirt and a bronze cap. And we'll go ahead and color his skin while we're here. All right, hang on to that. I did color not all that neatly, unfortunately. What am I doing? I need my ivory. That's what I need. Ivory. You are the trunk color one for this one. I toyed with doing them birch, but abandoned it as I got going on it. All right, and then finally, I think I put away my lovely lipstick. But there you are, light, lovely lipstick. I am so sorry to see you go. So this is one that is not going to come back. It's retiring. Oh, I guess I used dark on the other one. Oh well, we'll stick with light. And I'm sorry, very sorry to see it go. I think we've got some magenta thing coming in. Maybe it'll be just as good. These butterflies you will never see in real life, but they can live in my cute little summer days world. All right, there we go. And I didn't even color his shoes. All right, so now we are gonna just put on the little frame. Again, so Freddie might not know what I'm doing here. This is actually our old Beautiful Baubles. I think it was called Beautiful Baubles. Is a Christmas set we had a while ago, and it came with this frame, and this was the it was an ornament set, you know, like the one we had this last year, and but it was just a big round ornament and some other shaped ones, I believe. But I really like the size of this die for giving you a bigger space to, you know, have a sentiment or whatnot on. All right, now let's take a tiny piece of Whisper White and do that kite again so I can cut it out. And then, oops, we'll I'll color those little tails too. When I was riding my bike yesterday, it was really funny because I saw this big lab out, you know, with his owner up the street, and and it looked like it was a pup. It was big, full size, but it looked like it was a puppy. The way it was running around with its little tongue hanging out. You can see my fingers are dirty, ladies, because I've been gardening a lot. Sorry, I got a lot of pruning done already this morning. And anyway, of course, sure enough, as I came up, I was thinking, please, God, don't let that dog chase me. I don't think I've ever really been chased very far because they've always been little tiny yippy yappy dogs that had chased me that I don't even care about. If they did bite me, it would be nothing bite. So, because I'm moving not super fast, but fast enough that, you know, they're not going to hurt me too much. So, anyway. Of course he did. As I came, he was so excited. I could hear his owner. I saw his owner. His owner was in the street or in the, you know, he's probably putting stuff in his car, truck or whatever. He was out. And I heard him yelling at that dog. Oh man, he was mad. That dog was so excited to see me. It followed me and it came in front of my bike like at least 2 times. I almost hit it. It is a big dog. I would have been the one getting hurt. Okay, so that interior is done. And there's our card. All right, so now we're going to stick you on here. And I just need to make sure I know where I'm putting my dimensionals here on the back side. Because my image is kind of confusing me that I've got back here. And it could get tugged on, so I'm going to put a fair amount on there. But I only want them on the bottom. I'm going to get my pick tool out. I saw a lady doing this with her pick tool, and I thought, you're genius. Let's pick you off and see if it helps. Because then I can just stab it, and it comes off. She's brilliant. I don't remember who it was, but I probably was watching her to see how she did foil, because I've been watching a lot of foil stuff lately, and I didn't learn anything from her regarding the foil, but I did for that, taking those off the pick tool. Okay, now let's make sure we got that down below where my easel's going, okay? And then I just used one of our Sweetly Stitched to do this, May God Bless and Keep You. That's gonna be our little tag using the itty bitty greetings. Where are you? May God bless and keep you. Okay. And I'm using, I think I used Pool Party. Nah, maybe I use Balmy Blue because actually our big, let's peek at it. Where did you go? Oh, that's the one I'm, sheesh, you're brainless. That looks like Pool Party. Well, we're doing Balmy Blue. Let's see how it looks. I better not, because in here there's a lot of green. I don't have any Balmy Blue in there, so I better grab out that Pool Party just to be on the safe side. Hi, Aunt Connie. It's nice to see you. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm glad Uncle Jerry liked his birthday card. Did he have a good birthday? I felt bad, actually, about sending him that card because at the very moment I needed a manly birthday card, I had none. It seemed like at that moment, because I just got a bunch of stamp sets that are new, and some of them are really cool, like this world one that are, anyway, a bunch of really cool new guy-type stuff. So I was planning to make a whole bunch of guy-type birthday cards to up my supply, and so at the very moment he had a birthday, it seemed like I had nothing to offer. So anyway, it was slightly below my standards, but I'm glad he liked it anyway. I think it might have been one of our golfing ones. I don't even remember. If it was one of the golfing ones, I was kind of chuckling to myself because I don't think Uncle Jerry's much of a golfer. But anyway, okay, there we go. That is the interior. And then you're gonna do your little tag. Oh, I forgot to do my ribbon holes too when I had this on the cutting board, so I better get it out and get those ribbon holes in. Okay, so all you do is just put little holes like let me slide it down here so you can see. So I've got my fold in this crease. I just want I'm gonna look at my measurements on the side, and I'm gonna go from 9.5 down. I'm doing pretty liberal slides there because I want to make sure I have plenty of room to slide that ribbon through, but I do want it straight. So what's the weather like out there in Coeur d'Alene, Aunt Connie? I'll bet it's nice. We talked to Joel last night, and that's our son. He lives in Spokane, and I can't do it from that direction. Oh my goodness, you're making things complicated. I'll do you like this then, because I want it on the bottom so I can use my measurement on this line. There we go. Okay, so 9.5 and down. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad you like that world set, Freddie. It is really pretty. I've enjoyed using it a lot. Oh, his birthday's tomorrow? Huh, you know what? Is tomorrow... Oh, but he opened the card. Well, good. I'm glad that... what are you guys going to do on his birthday? It's going to be a nice day. That'll be good. All right, so this is what we're doing. We're trying to get this little easel up there. So I've got... oh, I didn't cut out my... I need to cut out my DSP using... Oh, I've got so much stuff all over my desk now, I can't find anything. Using this Stitched So Sweetly. I always get it mixed up. This is the big one, not the frame ones, but the, fancy one. And I'm gonna just do this on the side because I should have had it done already and didn't get it done already. Thought I did. And now my die is sliding around, of course, being uncooperative. My poor machine over here is really beginning to take a beating, so I'm going to be glad to get a new one. I desperately need a new one. All right, putting a little bit of glue on that. This side is pretty too. I love this paper. So this is the Garden Lane. Again, it's going to be retired, so if you like it, if you want it. This is the time to get it. All right, there we go. Let me put my die away before I lose it. And then this one goes next. And these I want with dimensionals on them because I want it to have a nice big lip to be on. But I didn't want 3 layers of raised up. Just 2 is good. So we're going to do this one and this one like that. Okay. Eating out. Yeah, I know. Hi, Michelle. It's good to see you. And yeah, the eating out, but yeah, you're just making me really jealous now because you guys actually can eat out. Our county is still locked down for restaurant eating, I think, although rules change all the time, so who knows. I was so excited because I happened to Jeff and I usually go to My Froyo after church every Sunday. So when all of this nonsense began and we weren't able to do my froyo after church, and we had to be, you know, watching church online, which we're all getting very tired of. You know, it's just been a big disappointment. It was one really neat treat that I got to look forward to every week. And so I happened to see on my phone that my froyo was open. It said it was open. It had dine-in was closed, but it was open. I was so excited. I said, Jeff, it's open. Are you ready? And he said, yes. And we got our shoes on and we went racing over there, and it was closed. Okay, so now I'm going to do best wishes from all of us, because this is going to be one that I will use with my church people. So, best wishes from all of us. This is Itty Bitty Greeting. Where are you? There you are. And we'll just do pool party again. Now with these cling stamps, make sure your words are level with the block bottom, because otherwise, if you're like me and you get your sticker on wrong, you might have some trouble. But if your block is, if you're using the bottom of your block is your lineup guide, you'll be safe. All right, so this is gone. So eating out. Michelle, thank you for getting all those restaurant menus on our thing. We are gonna, so for our team meeting tomorrow, we're gonna meet, so yeah, Michelle, we are. We're not doing it online. We're definitely doing it here. You know what? I didn't think about social distancing because we're doing foil. And yeah, I'm not really sure about the foil working outside. I got to have, I'll have to think about it. As long as there's no wind, we could make it happen. If there's wind, that's not going to happen. Now, the foil is super fly away. Super duper fly away. So if you are concerned about, bye Aunt Connie. Thank you. I love you too. If you're concerned about social distancing still because of your mom, Michelle, just do it online with us, and that's fine. Because we are definitely doing it online. Okay, so that is that. Oh, how cute. I really like this card. It's so cute. I don't know if you can see it all that well because of where you are, but this is, oh, I forgot to sponge my sky, but I see so little of it that I'm not even going to worry about it. In this one, I sponged it, but you can even see less in that one. Now, before I do anything more, did I already? Oh, scared me. Before I do any more, I got to get my ribbon in. As it's okay if my ribbon is over these, but it definitely can't be over the ornate frame piece that we're putting in next. All right, so I got my ribbon holes in, but can I slide my ribbon in? Yes. This is an old retiring balmy blue ribbon. It's really pretty. On this one, I actually used this mint macaron. It looks pretty good too, because it matches that all right. Okay, we're gonna stick this aside here for a moment and get out my other pieces. Where did you go, pieces? There you are. There you are, pieces. So this is balmy blue. I want to cut out the large ornate layers piece from that. And this one is really sometimes kind of a stickler for getting all those little holes out. So I certainly hope it does, but we'll find out if it does. If not, you're going to watch me work it. It's I am going to run it through several times over here just to kind of help get all those little holes, because it does have a ton of them. And we'll see how well that works. Grab out my tool box and we'll try to get this cleaned out first, because if I don't do that, I'm gonna totally forget about it, and then the next time I go to use it, I will be frustrated that I can't just pull it right out and use it. Okay, that looks pretty good, and I think that worked well. I do run them through when they're kind of sticky like that. I run them through with that dryer sheet fairly often, and that helps a great deal. All right, so that's that. And put that away. So Michelle, are you going to be able to make our team meeting? And while Michelle's answering me, I'm going to plug our team again. I'm doing that a lot for the month of June, so you'll just have to tolerate me, just because we have a really good deal going right now. So again, in the month of June, you should join our team. We do fun things like doing foil experiments. We're going to do a foil experiment tomorrow. I've already been working on it. And I have discovered many, many things, and I want to share with you ladies, many, many things. On our team, we speak the truth. And some things work well and some things don't. We're going to talk about all that stuff. All right, now we want this cute little girl reading her tree. Reading her tree, wow. Reading under the tree, let's try. So this is going to go on top of this right side, if I can get my ribbon out of the way there. So all I need to do when I'm ready, which I'm not quite, is I'm gonna just fasten dimensionals to this, or maybe even glue it. I think I'll just glue it down that way, because my card's getting pretty fat as it is, so we'll just glue it down. But I want to make sure my ribbon is under there when I glue it down. Maybe I should do it now while I'm thinking of it, or I might actually forget. So let's do that. Let's just stick some glue all over you. I can go up pretty close to this edge, because I know it'll be up close on that edge. I'm not sure about some of this other stuff. And let me grab a clip. Even a few clips, and I've got quite a bit of ribbon. I think I've got plenty. Yes, I do. Okay, make sure I'm getting the right side on there, and that is ready. I didn't even punch out all of those little holes. I can see that now, but it's okay. I'm gonna be all right. And I actually, if I was freaking out about it, I could do it even after. It's fine. All right, so now while we are finishing the rest, we'll let that dry. Okay, stick you over there. And put that clip on there too. All right, I want to stamp my little girl reading under the tree, and she's got her little puppy friend chasing a rabbit right there. Freddie, you're gonna be social distancing. Yes, you are. And if you were here, you probably would have to be too. I mean, that's just the way it is. And, I had cut it out. There it is, but now I don't need it. All right. Let me get some of the glue off of my hands that I just managed to get all on there. All right, I have already I've stamped the trees apparently already. I don't even really remember me doing that. This one, I know I stamped a long time ago. So anyway, I think we're good with that. I'm gonna have to trim it a tiny bit. That way I can just color and cut. But let's put the dog and the bunny in there, and we'll be all set. I do really like the dog and the bunny. They're cute. Now the little clouds are really cute too, but I'm ending up doing such small little images that I'm not ever having enough space to use those clouds. But if I was going to, oh, bye, Marty. Thanks for watching. If I was going to do just the little boy with, you know, with chasing, I mean, just the little boy with his kite, then, let's see, I kind of need to have my tree in perspective here. So she's here, because I don't want the dog, like, running into her. So we want him, like, right there. And the little bunny. I wish there was a die for this little bunny. It's cute. It would be a cute one to have. Bye. Oh, Marty left, right? Yes, she did. She's gone. All right. So Michelle, where are you gonna get food from next week? So that's not tomorrow, but next week. I'm excited about that. Food is a big thing for me too. Even though I'm not eating a lot of it, it's still a big thing to me. All right, back to coloring. We'll get both of these out so we can get them both done at the same time. So I'm starting with dark granny apple green. It's the darkest green that I'm willing to go with on this one for starters. And I'd kind of like to see, let's stick you up here and kind of use you as my guide, what I did. Kind of forget. But I think I just did this, which is, again, scribbling. And you already saw me scribble, but you're watching me scribble again. Okay, scribble, scribble. Okay, I have some good, since this is, since I've been talking a ton about my bike, I went online and I found a couple of cute bike jokes for you. Just to entertain you a little bit. Oops, actually I want that to be a road. Oh well, the road has got some green in it now. All right. So, what's the difference between, I will ask this as a real riddle for you, okay? What's the difference between a poorly dressed man riding a bicycle, and you probably have heard this, it's like not new, and a well-dressed man riding a bicycle? What's the difference? Let's see if you've heard this joke. It's kind of lame, I know. It's the kind of joke my kids, when I was doing school, they would have known the answer to it, actually. They would have told it to me, and told it to me like a lot longer than I just told you. And I wouldn't have known the answer because I've never really been all that keen on these types of jokes. But they're somewhat amusing, especially when you're in a small group. These are good icebreakers for small groups. So I'll give you a chance to tell me what the answer is, and then I'll tell you if you don't know. If you can't think, what is the difference between a poorly dressed man riding a bicycle and a well-dressed man riding a bicycle? All right, now, light seafoam, don't need you yet. I want that dark mint macaron. And I'm taking the fat tip, because if I do the other tip, it's taking way too long. And it is maybe a little neater and tidier. Oops, I forgot to use my other garden green, but I'll get to that on this one too. No takers on it. I don't see any responses. You guys are pretty quiet. Okay, the difference is attire, as in attire like clothes, and of course the tire. I must have missed something in the joke, because that doesn't make sense. I said bicycle, and they, see, this is why I'm not a good joke teller. It should have been not on a bicycle. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a bicycle and a well-dressed man on a tricycle? This is why I'm not good at telling jokes. That's why it's a tire. Tire is the answer. Okay, light seafoam. I don't know if you're running out or you're just not doing it. This is dark, soft seafoam. So let's try that one. But I want the fat side. There we go. Okay, now we can get some good blending going in here. All right. It's such a light color, you can kind of just go all over with it. And then if you're still not happy with the effect you've got, then you can add in your other colors. Oops, I forgot to add in my other green, this Granny Apple green. So we'll put an abundance of that in. Okay. And then we'll go back over it again with our mint macaron. And you can see I already fussy cut this one out for you. So even though you're having to painstakingly watch me color, you do not have to watch as I fussy cut. Okay, now I'm not happy with how some of my groundwork has gone there, but you know, to fix it, I could just do a bunch of this sort of thing. And I'm not going to labor it too much, but I am laboring it a little. There we go. Okay, especially under that dog. I just gotta have some lines here. I'm a line person. All right, here's another one. Are you ready? Diana, I'm glad you like that one. I'm sorry I was such a bad. Let me look at this one first. This is an easier one. This is a really easy one. In fact, I'm going to preface it by saying I saw the answer to this one, sort of a riddle again. The answer to this one works for numerous renditions of this joke. Okay, I saw this answer for at least 3 other answers. So anyhow, here it is. Why did the bicycle fall over? Okay, why did the bicycle fall over? All right, now we're going to put some lines here. And I don't have any bronze anywhere else, so we're putting bronze away. And now we've got our ivory back out. You've probably heard this one too. This is another one that my little elementary kids at school would have come up to the playground to me and said, Mrs. Crow, can I tell you a joke? And in my heart, I would be thinking, oh no. I am so tired right now. I do not want to hear a joke because I'll have to pretend to laugh and find it amusing and encourage you, poor child. And anyway, I like kids, and so actually that wasn't very hard for me. And I would say, sure, of course, I'd love to hear a joke. And then I'm so lame with a joke anyway. They could have told me almost anything, and I wouldn't have been able to guess. Half the time they were making the joke up, so it never made sense anyway. You're not good at jokes either, Linda. Okay, well, here's the answer. Nobody's put it down. This is the answer. Because it was 2, as in numeral 2, too tired. That's why it fell down. Now, that works for a whole bunch of bike jokes. Why did the, bicycle crash into a tree? Because it was too tired. Why did it, you just go on and on and on with that one. And I'm sure kids do. So for somebody who's stuck at home with their kids right now, find the webpage that, you can just type it in, bicycle jokes, and you get all kinds of good ones, and then they can amuse you while you're trying to go about your regular household duties. And you might even be able to call it some kind of a learning exercise, right? Okay, so we've got So Saffron again, and we're gonna just do her shirt in So Saffron and her hair. We're getting a whole lot done here in one shot with So Saffron. We're going to put the little So Saffron on that little dog running happily after the rabbit. And I'm going to assume that the rabbit knows it's safe and it's going to happily run away because it knows that it can easily outrun that dog. This is an old dog, not a young puppy, although he's looking kind of puppyish. That black lab that was chasing me on the bike it was definitely a puppy. It was so happy to see me and to try to psych me out. It didn't bother me. I could see right away. As soon as I got near him, I was thinking, oh, I hope he's not a biter. And he wasn't. I could see pretty quickly he was not a biter. He just wanted to play. So I went the whole 2 blocks. It was hilarious. And he was just running by me and running in front of me, trying to, do all kinds of stuff. And I didn't talk to him, look at him or anything, or encourage him, because I heard his owner back there yelling his name. Man, I'm glad he was not a swearing man, because otherwise he would have been swearing. He was so mad at that dog. It was funny. The dog stopped. Thankfully, by the time I went the 2 blocks, I got to a pretty busy, not super busy, kind of sometimes busy street. And I was thinking, dog, you better not follow me here, because I know your owner does not want you. This is soft sky. I'm sorry, I'm relying on it a lot for my sky. I just prefer it. It's like a super dried out pool party. That's really all it is. It's a super dried out pool party. And that way I can stick the sponge right on it, and I don't have to worry about getting like tons and tons of ink. That's never gonna work, because I've got my little finger dauber, and it likes to do like daubs. So anyway, I kind of like the finger dauber when I'm doing a small space, because it does give you that rounded effect like you would get if you had clouds, swirly clouds. So let's see, So Saffron, let's get you out for light So Saffron right in here and between those trees, just to lighten that dark space up a little bit. And I'm gonna even put you on the road a bit. Okay. All right, and then we can smooth that up a bit. All right, now that's done. And we can trim it. And I even mounted it on some white. It's kind of interesting that I did that. I did a stitched rectangle, but my stitched rectangle was just a little bit, I don't know. See this, I wanted to use this, but it's not showing nearly as much of the image as I want. Plus, I didn't even, I wanted it to be short enough that I could put my sentiment in there. So, let me find my stitched rectangles. So stitched rectangle, you did not really work perfectly either, because the one that I wanted, I mean, that actually looks like a square, doesn't it? But it is the stitched rectangle. It's not that one though, it's the bigger one. And I am going to show you how I did this. This is not anything all that tricky, or it doesn't even look stitched. I must have cut it. I'm talking about this one. Let's see. We could use this one. Yeah, that'll work. I'll just do that on the side. I think what I did is I ended up making it a little bit bigger than that, and that's why I thought I was going to have to finagle it, but I actually don't. Oops, oh man, it went off the, whew, it saved it though. I saved it. My plate was torqued over there, so it kind of moved when I started running it through, but it saved it. It's fine. All right, getting done. All right, here's one more joke for you. Why did the environment, or no? Oh yeah. Why did the environmentalist go over the same bike route? Why did the environmentalist go over the same bike route 2 times a day? This is another one you're probably gonna get all on your own. All right, I need to make sure this is gonna fit in here, and it's not gonna have a lot of room. That's why I did it differently, because I wanted it wider. I'm gonna have to get another piece. That's crumb cake, so let me see if I have a piece of crumb cake on the side over here. I do. It's not crumb cake. It's something different, but we're doing crumb cake. All right, so instead of doing my rectangle die, I am going to trim you the way I want you. Start with that. Let's trim the picture the way we want it. I want some of the sky off, but I want those sides to be even. So let's do that first. And I kind of want it to be a little on the short side here. Okay, is that about right? Yes, it's close. Maybe a little more off of the side. Like there. Okay. There, and then I wanted just a little bit of white on that. So let's glue it, and then I will trim it. Okay. Oh, you got it, Diana. Good job. He was recycling. Awesome. Yay. That was a good one, huh? I thought maybe I could have even, I don't know. I'm still thinking if a kid came up at school with me, I would not have got that one either, probably. But you never know. Maybe I would have. I doubt it. I would have still said no. Even if I had gotten it, I would have said no, I don't get it. Because the fun, of course, is giving the punchline, right? All right, here's one. Here's another one. This is not really a joke. This is how a friend described his bicycling friend. He was a psychopath on the cycle path. Psychopath on the cycle path. Now, I don't think I cut a straight line. That doesn't look like a straight line to me. So, if you end up doing what I just obviously did, somehow managed to... Oh, I see how I had it lined up wrong there. Let's go this direction. Okay, now I've got a straight line. Let's make sure I have enough of a border there. Huh, it's still not quite straight. I might have to use my scissors on that. A psychopath on the cycle. Now, I don't think that's a very complimentary thing to say about your friend. But depending on what group you're running with, maybe it is. Maybe in some groups it's... that's a term of endearment to call your friend a psychopath. Okay, so if you're like me and sometimes you get your labels cut crooked, just compensate by cutting the border crooked also, and then people won't even, they'll hardly even notice. All right, now I need this to be that one. See, that one is just, it's too big. And let me get rid of my clips here so you can see what I'm talking about. That is too big. I can hardly even see my frame. But if I go with one that is just sized down, now I can see all of my ornate border properly. But this is too big, right? All right, so here is my dilemma. I want to use the stitched rectangle die, but I want it to be bigger. So let me move all of my belongings because I think we're all done coloring now. And get some of my stuffs away from here. And we're all done stamping with this. Again, this is that host set. So if you are a demonstrator and you want this host set, get this in your pre-order, and then you don't have to spend, you don't have to buy it with $150 order later. But if you're spending like me and you're spending $150 all the time, it's not that big a deal anyway. All right, so I need my die to be a little bit wider, but not a ton wider. Just about a quarter of an inch. Is that right? I don't know. I better measure it so that I get it accurate, so I don't have to do this 2 times. So I actually want it to be 3 1/4. It looks, is that 3 1/4? I can't even see those lines. It's more like, it's almost 3 1/2, but not quite. All right, so anyway, what we're gonna do is do the die cut half and half thing so we can get it the right size. I've got too many pieces all over the place. All right, I'm gonna raise you just a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so we'll put in our die, but I'm gonna tear this in half because I need to run it this direction. Let me tear off a little more. All right, so I need to run it half and half, okay? So we're just gonna run this there. Well, not all the way through, just mostly through. And then we're gonna turn it. Okay, I didn't have to turn it, but I am just for my sake so I can see what I'm doing. So now I can see how much extra I'm doing. And I can line it up too, right there. This way I just get a little bit bigger. I hope it's not too big. Just make sure you don't go all the way to cutting it, cutting that last cut there. Okay, there you go. Now you've got your slightly larger stitched rectangle die. And you move that back down here. Hopefully I can center my picture again. All right, yes. Oh, hey, Trudy, it's nice to see you. All right. Yeah, I really like this summer days. It's cute. Now this is gonna go on there. It is a little wider, but it's not too bad. And I've got so many layers going that I do just want to glue it down. Now the ribbon's got to go under this one though. Where did or did I put the ribbon under already? Oh, I put the ribbon under that already. I didn't actually want to do that. I kind of wanted the ribbon to be over this. Oh well, that's the way I did it, so I'm gonna just live with it. I actually wanted the ribbon over this. Ah, what a dope. Oh well. It'll lay flatter now that I don't have the ribbon there, so maybe I should be happy about that. Okay, and I lost my jokes. Where did they go? I think I had one more. Let me see if I can find it on the side here. Okay, no, we did the tire one. Oh, it wasn't a joke. It was when I was looking, though, for jokes, I saw a picture. This was a really funny picture of somebody who was trying to keep their bicycle from being stolen. Okay, because that's a real issue, especially right now. And they had one of those auto lock things. One of the, you know, my light. Are you on? You seem so dim. Like one of those auto lock things, but they had it on their handlebars on the bike rack. Like they could just slide the handlebar out of it without any trouble at all. It was hilarious. It was a very funny picture. Again, go Google bike jokes and you'll find it easily. Just to amuse the juveniles in your life right now. All right, so now we're going to put the little girl with her tree right there. Let me snip off some of the bottom of her. Okay. My hands have got glue on them again. Okay, get that off. It's driving me nuts. And put a variety of dimensionals on there. Get her to raise up. I like to read, and when I was a kid, I did read a lot under a tree or anywhere, but we have a bunch of parks You know, I think anywhere we've probably lived where there's parks nearby. Now my garden is beautiful to read in. I don't do much reading, unfortunately. I do still really like to read a lot. It's one of those things that everybody always says, when I'm retired. Well, when you're retired, you're probably going to fill your life with so many other things that you're still not going to be doing it. And it's rather sad, isn't it? Got the time to do it, and you're still saying, I don't have time. And every time I used to hear someone retired say that, I think, wow, that is interesting, because I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to be retired and still not have time to do all the things that I said I would do when I was retired, but it's kind of the way it goes. So this is something I'm doing now that I'm retired, and I do enjoy it. It's fun. All right, now this is going to tie on the side. So the little gatefold closes up. It's going to tie. And so because it's tying, I can get my tree over here pretty far. You know, however far I want, really. I don't have to worry about it too much. I kind of want her in the picture and out of the picture. And if I can find my friend label, we will be done. Let's see if I can find it in this pile of goo that I've got all over the place. I do have a piece of paper here that I can stamp it on if I don't spy it fairly quick, because I've got so much stuff all over my desk that I cannot believe I don't see you, but I don't see you. So we will just stamp it and cut it. I used, I just wanted to put the Hey Friend. This is again from Itty Bitty Greetings. I can use it all the time when I need just a tiny little thing. Any of the itty bitties were brilliant for them to come up with. Okay, so we'll put My Friend, and again, Pool Party. I've got a little spot there. Oh, good, that wasn't actually on the... I forgot to line it up. So here's the bottom of my block. Make sure I get my words lined up there. Oh, I don't even have to worry about that because I'm just stamping randomly anyway. And then I'm gonna cut it out. That's how you're supposed to do labels, ladies. Is you are supposed to stamp first, and then use your little die. Again, I'm doing that little Stitched So Sweetly die. Then I can just lay it on there and cut it out, and it's perfectly centered exactly where I want it. That's how normal people do these things. But when I'm trying to save time and cut things out ahead of time, I do it ahead of time. And let me see if I can get it cut without moving this time. Because, wow, that last time scared me when it shifted quite a bit in there. Just because my plates are not perfect right now. I didn't switch them out. Okay, so I got it off a little bit. Sometimes my stamping after the fact is more effective than stamping and then cutting anyway. So we'll put 2 little dimensionals under there, or big dimensionals. And put My Friend right there. And so there's your card. So they get it, they stick it up, they see your little greeting. You've got lots of room to write, which is nice. And they have a nice little summary. I thought it was well named, Summer Days. Perfect. And it's a great one for us today at this time when everything is, wow, messed up, kind of like my ribbon there, all chaotic. Nice to remember that things will get better. Things will return to normal. They will. And that's because God is good, but the human spirit also is made to just enjoy life. It's how we're made, and we will. People will. It'll calm down. We've done this before. It'll be fine. All right. Now, I could fuss and fuss with this bow forever, and you get what I'm talking about as far as the fussing part goes. Oh, see, that's why I needed it's not laying down right, because I didn't put, So when you do it, make sure you do it the right way. I needed to have the ribbon attached here, not here. And if I'd glued it going out and around, it would be. Now, since I didn't do it right, I am going to have to put some tape on it. So let's do some glitter. Let's do some glitter washi tape here. And this is not a permanent fix, obviously, because it's not gonna be a permanent fix. Washi tape only can take so much tugging, and then it'll be off and all over the place. So that is not a permanent fix, but for demonstration purposes, I think it will work. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, ladies, for watching with me. I appreciate it. Again, share the videos and watch next week and see if you win. When you do win and I send you my little card, read the instructions. You can hang on to them, collect them. Once you have each card is worth $5, so of Stampin' Up! Stuff. Once you have as many as you want for the item you want, you're gonna just mail it back to me, and I will purchase that and mail it to you. Or have, actually, I would appreciate it if you saved an extra card and used it also for my shipping and cost of shipping and handling. All right, so now I can snip, and it's not staying down as nice as my other one because I didn't do it right, but you get it. Okay, there we go. So I think I am done for the day. Thank you again for watching. I'm gonna flip you up and see what's going on in the world of Facebook, and it looks like it's normal. That's a good thing. Whew, I'm not green. That's good. All right, have a great rest of the week. Stay calm and safe. Stay in a safe place. Again, I'd be happy to pray for you. Remind me tomorrow, ladies, to pray for our team. I definitely want to do that. Sometimes when we do our team meetings, I get excited about what we're doing and I forget to do that, but I want to make sure we do that tomorrow. And then our team is getting to go out for lunch the next week. And since our county is still shut down, we're going to do it here, but it'll be fun. It'll be really fun. Weather should be good, so pray for good weather for that next week, and I will see you then. I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be lots of fun. All right, I will talk to you later. If you have any questions, if you want to order, make sure, I think I showed my host code. It was up there, I think, some of the time. I forgot to even mention it. Again, if you want to be part of a fun team, you don't have to live near us. You can access everything we do online. Our people who are having lunch with us, I'm not sure how they're having lunch with us, but I send them a birthday gift instead of the lunch. That's my birthday treat, and unfortunately, if you don't live here, you don't actually eat with us, but you can. Freddie's probably, you're going to have your lunch and be eating it with us while we do it together, because we're going to do it online. All right. See you later. Have a great week. Bye.